Welcome everybody to the dev stream. It's Candylar release day. Woo! Get hype. I know I'm yelling into the microphone right now. I won't be speaking this loudly the entire time, but quick audio check. If you let me know, does the sound seem okay? If I'm talking like this into the mic, how is the music in the background? Can you hear it? Is it too loud? Is my mic too loud? Sometimes when we switch over from Yuck Mouth stream, people say that it is too quiet or too loud, so let me know if any audio needs to get switched up. We're going to be jamming some Candylar today. As with normal, we've got the dev stream, so feel free to ask any questions. I will give you all the behind-the-scenes secret knowledge from the dev team. I am not shy about sharing secrets, so please feel free to ask. And we might also get some guests to stop by as well. We'll see. We'll see how the afternoon goes. We might have time to get some guests in here and there. I know we still got most people watching some other streams, but people will come in as we can. But we're going to get started and just start jamming some async games here. And people will start to trickle in as they do. But I'm excited about Candylar, so let's get right into things here. Ooh, interesting. All right. We're going to go Dungeon Master first, and let's check out to see what our deck looks like here. Do we have many Candylar cards in this? We don't have too many Candylar cards in this. What is the candy deck here? We get some Mr. Fox, some Viscount Chocolate. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that. Let's buy this Treasure Hunter deck. Any updates on organized play? Good question. It is one of the next major things that we are focusing on after Candylar release. So, yes, we are working on it. I don't know when exactly it's going to launch. There's a lot to do yet for that. But yes, we will have organized play coming soon. It's either the #1 priority or top 3 priorities that the team is working on. So yes, it is front and center after this release. We really just wanted to focus on getting this set release out first, feel good about it, make sure that we addressed any issues, but it will be coming next. How do you make an addicting game more exciting? Hey, you know, it is quite addicting. We've actually been playing Candylar for quite a bit internally, playtesting it obviously for several months, and we love it. I love it too. It's been a blast. So let's edit this Treasure Hunter deck first. Let's just get rid of all this and see what we want to do here. Play some of my favorite cards. All right. Dungeon Master. So Dungeon Master, of course, says treasures you find from heroes and villains are 1 rarity higher. So ideally, we will want to find some heroes and villains. I'm always going to play Ace of Hearts. I love Ace of Hearts. Nice catch-up mechanic there. Let's try to get some new ones in. I like Lemonhead. We're going to play a little bit of candy. We don't have tons of candy in this deck, but we'll get Lemonhead in there. Let's see what other things we can get in here. I do like Maverick and Icewing. Maybe we'll play that. We'll try out some Netherbinder. Why not? Oh, sure. Let's get some dragons in here. I like Mr. Fox. Not really too much on the hero-villain synergy, but that's okay. We don't need to be super... The cool thing about Dungeon Master is you don't have to go like super heavy on it. You don't have to totally build your deck around it, and you can still take advantage of it. I do like Viscount Chocolate. Awesome card, and also a villain. Super Sweet 3. Each fight, you steal +3/+3 from the enemy across from me, and every time you sweeten your candy, that increases by 3. So by the time you actually see this and play it, you could be stealing 30/30 from the enemy, which is kind of awesome. So, yeah. Licorice, also kind of insane. We'll get some Flopsy. Should we go for Tinkerer? Sure. So we're not actually going too strong heroes and villains here. We got kind of a dragon package here with a little bit of a sub thing of candy. So let's try that. We'll go with that just as our first one and see how it plays out. Normally I don't like Stepsisters, but if we can somehow buff this up with Dungeon Master, we can get a nice early rarity treasure, which would be nice. Let's scrub foul that. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe 3/3. Maybe in the first fight we might trigger this. We're going to lose the fight, but we are going to get that treasure, so that's nice. Turn 2 uncommon treasure is pretty good. We didn't get Fey Buffer there, Pixie Dust, but that's okay. Slot buffing early could be really good if we get some of the animals. That could be kind of nice, get that Gemstone Garden. We have a lot of dragons in the deck, but I don't really want to do this yet. That doesn't help us right now, and that's also spell. So let's take Gemstone Garden, and maybe we'll get some of the animal synergy out here. No slot buffers here. Let's go with Flying Monkey. Ooh, do we take a risk on going turn 2 egg? I am a turn 2 egg lover. I love turn 2 egg. I don't usually like taking it when you're behind or when you're playing a risky hero, risky captains, so this might be a bad time to take it, especially since we can't really buff it very much, but I can't pass up a turn 2 egg. It's just too good. So we'll probably lose this, but we play for fun. That's about it. Yeah, we're going to get smashed here. That's okay. We just got to focus on stabilizing here. Hey, Ace of Hearts. Perfect timing for you, Ace of Hearts. Get a nice free shop and a 4/3. Yeah, we can play some Katamari here. Not the best shop in the world, but we'll get Ember. That'll also let us do this, this, and at least our egg will get in the fight. Boom, boom. Oh, yes, and that's a win. That is a win. I love it. Sure, we'll bank the Scrub Fowl, get our little slot buff there. Yeah, we'll take Ember. Let's just go on a chain here. Sure, we'll bank that. Although, we also have a Baby Bear. Baby Bear with Gemstone Garden? Is that better than a silver? Might be. Let's try it. We didn't lose the last fight. Let's keep this Ace of Hearts in there. Let's wait on that. Let's store that up for later. Let's just go Thorn here. Alright. Well, I probably could have moved things around if I wanted to try to play for a Shipshape Inspector. Probably should have done that, but that's okay. Hey, we won. Love it. Survival to get the egg flip. Oh, Papa Bear! Boom. Perfect. Each fight, give your animal slots +4/+4. Let's Gemstone Garden that up to +6/+6. Love it. I do love Sunflare Glider here. This is a fantastic card. But should we just fill? I mean, fill works pretty well with this stuff that we got going here. This is going to be +2/+3. This is going to be +6/+6. Pretty much animals are going to get a pretty good boost here starting on turn 5. It's going to be nice. Ooh, yeah, let's Shipshape 2. Let's Shipshape over Monkey because Katamari is candy. So if we ever get to sweeten our candy, I want that there. We can do this here. Boom. All right. I like that. I like that. We're going to get our rare treasure. Get our slot buffing on. Crushed. Boom. Shipshape Inspector. Ooh, double this. This is a really good Captain Power to double because it goes 2 rarities higher. And that means you can get just like an epic treasure becomes a secret rare, which is not so. These are also pretty good with fill, but let's go with this. Interestingly, our board doesn't really have hero villain stuff going on, but that's okay. Okay, Maverick and Ice Wing is pretty good, but not great. I think I'd rather just put Blind Mice here, right there. Sure, Silver Fill. I am open to taking villains, you know, just banking villains to get secret rare treasures. So this would be a legendary treasure, but I think a Silver Fill would be better here. That's just a pirate. I don't love any of these. Let's just bank Goodie Bag. Set up for later. Our slot buffs are getting insane. What's the there's a new slot buff, right? There's a new slot buff treasure, reinforced hull. I think that's an epic. So with heroes and villains too, that would give us an uncommon. So if we get an uncommon hero or villain, then we can try to get that. These are both good. Let's get that. Concentrate's pretty nice in a candy deck, but we're not doing that. Yeah, we can do Mockingbird probably over Katamari. Put this here, put this here. Keep getting our slot buffs going nuts. A Daedalus would be pretty good. Daedalus isn't in our deck, though. I'm fairly confident we did not put Daedalus in the deck. Excuse me. We'll just bank this villain. All right, Candy Kiss. Do we want to transform? Do we want to TLK anything on our board and make it candy? I mean, normally the answer is yes. That's very good. But if we lose the animal synergy, we lose some buffs. Excuse me again. So that's not amazing here. I mean, we could turn Mockingbird up into like... We could turn this into like a random legendary, but I'm not sure a random legendary is better than Mockingbird here. The problem with this is we're just going to be banking a bunch of stuff and not getting anywhere, not improving our board, and then these slot buffs are just going to not keep up with the rest of the lobby, but right now they're pretty good. Yeah, I am going to do this over, probably over the 2 Blind Mice, although Boon Willow on this type of comp is pretty good too. We'll do that. Oh, Kraken. So this buff slots, this buff slots, this does not buff slots, but it's just awesome. This buff slots, this doesn't. So we can play this. I think the question is, do we play it over Phil or over Mockingbird? That's the question. It's a good question. I think we're going to do it over Mockingbird. I'm going to put this up here. Let's play that. And then hopefully we get a hunt off, which we're going to, which is beautiful. That's also going to work with Gemstone Garden. Not that the +8 really needs to get a crazy boost there. Yeah, we're not going to get the free shop off of this, but I do like silvering a hero. That's pretty good. Ooh, this is actually great for us. It doesn't slot buff, which is a little bit annoying, but it is an animal and a hero and villain, so that sounds pretty good to me. Can we afford to drop this? Yeah, probably. It's probably about time we can do that. Move that up there. I mean, all these are pretty good. We could do that. We haven't done any candy stuff, though, so I'm just going to bank a villain. Woo, baby! Look at that 3 blind mice. We're going to be able to crush the rest of this board easily, but we're not going to be able to take that out. So we're going to need Scam against Indiana Clones, because we do not have anything nearly that size. Okay. Okay. Not a huge deal. Let's just bank that. Bank it again. We don't have any candy stuff going. This we can cast on Jabberwocky, though, because it is a mage. Ooh, we might have to do this instead, because they have that giant mice. I do love a Flopsy. I'm not sure Flopsy is what we're doing right now. Okay, let's just keep banking here. Let's try to get one of these. Let's try to get one of these treasures. Yep. Come on, give me a treasure. No treasure yet. All right. Nessie, no, I don't think so. Lemonhead, no. We can Shrink Tea. I don't think we're facing that opponent this turn, but... Oh, no, we are. Okay, so Shrink Tea will hit it, which is great. Should give us that trade. But their stuff did get quite a bit bigger. That's unfortunate that both of our Scam hit the same thing. The Shrink Tea and the Mousetrap. Obviously, 2 Shrink Teas will hit the same thing, but the Shrink Tea and the Mousetrap. Okay, well, we have 1 turn to figure it out. To do that. It's too late for Tinker. That's not going to do anything. Okay, so I think we're probably playing for second here. I mean, if their 2 blind mice hits this, I think the rest of our stuff's just too small, though. But it's okay. Pretty awesome setup they've got here, though. Look at this double trash can plus gravity well. It's pretty sick. I like that comp. Obviously, we didn't get the hit there, so we're going to lose this, but that's okay. We got a victory for getting second place. Still pretty exciting. We didn't get any victory loot because we already had everything on the opponent's side of the board, but we did get a Fairy Godfather here, so pretty fun stuff. Ooh, we get to play with one of the new captains. We get to play with Lady of the Lake, collect 5 treasures to get a random legendary character, or the Beanstalk. When you buff one or more slots, also buff your shop by that much. Well, we just did some slot buffing, but we're going to do it again. All right, let's see here. We've got some candy options here. Now, I only have 1 candy in the deck, so I'm thinking let's not go candy this time, because I don't want 1 candy card in the deck. So we got some slot buffers, right? We got Lancelittle is a good slot buffer. Mecha Man, Miseria is not a slot buffer, but it's just a great card. Giving Tree, Daedalus, Miss Muffet. So some slot buffers here. Any of these good slot buffers that we want to play? I do like these. If we had, I would play the candy package if we had the Sour Patch Kid, who's the candy slot buffer, but we don't, so I'm not going to do that. Crystal's pretty good. The only problem with Crystal is that we're not really playing mages and spells. This is pretty strong. That's just a good overall strong card, so let's go with that. All right, Beanstalk, let's do it. Let's buff some slots. Nothing here, but we'll take an Aladdin. Nothing here, but we can either take Smee to pump up an Aladdin attack, or we can take Jack in the Box because this is going to be a slot buffing comp, so this helps in the future. Ooh, and we won! Haha! Ooh, no slot buffs though. But we'll take a Pixie here. That'll help these things. We could just take Puck and save this silver for later. What's the advantage of that? Puck here helps with Jack in the Box. But we're delaying the silver. That's okay. I'm okay delaying that silver to make this a 4-4. And then let's swap these. Yeah, let's swap these. Boom. Boom. See? See? Awesome. Good decision, me. Ooh, Mecha Man? Don't mind if I do. No egg. We are not doing that. We are going to meet in a tavern. Did you all see the new spell? You meet in a bakery? We had a couple Easter eggs like that. You meet in a tavern. You meet in a bakery is a new one. We'll Ahab here. I don't think we'll put Ahab in the back. It's just better stats. So here's a fun story about Ahab. A lot of people look at Ahab on the surface and they see, oh, it has quest. I hunt the last remaining character, but it's so hard to hunt the white whale. This never goes off. This card must be bad. Well, this is kind of the vanilla test problem. What actually is that Captain Ahab is just a natural like 6/3 uncommon with hunt +1/+1. Like that's just a good card. Like you could literally just play this as an uncommon and put it here and never trigger the quest, and it's just a good uncommon. So it's fine. It's totally fine for what it is, which is fine. But we'll put it there. But of course, it's nice to every once in a while get the white whale. Oh, we actually almost had it from slot 3. That was kind of funny. Yeah, we'll take Aladdin. Sure, let's go. I realized I did pass up a slot buffer there, but that's okay. None of these buff slots, unfortunately, but we can hunt. That's fine. Lance a little. Yeah, let's do some Lance a little. Are we going to be able to get that? Not quite. We're going to replace one of these two. Let's do this one for now. How far away are we? 7, so we need one more? Ooh, man, this is really interesting. I think I'm actually going to take Ember here because I know that Ember can trigger Lance a little right away over the silver. We'll keep some silvers in the shop. It might be time to get rid of this Jack in the Box. No, Ember's not better than Jack in the Box straight up, so let's just bank the Ember. Boom. Let's go here. We got this, and this is actually great. So we're going to get Little Lance here, which is going to be every fight. Buff all of our slots by 1, which is going to trigger this every fight, which is fantastic. Booyah. So now every fight we're increasing our shot by +1, which is fantastic. Now we can get rid of Lance a little. We can put this here. Misery is just a fantastic card. We're going to take that here, put this here, put this here, put this here. Get another Ember. Will-o'-the-Wisp, farewell. Your next character I recruit has +4/+4. Not bad, not bad. I think we're just going to bank the Ember, get some stats. Ooh, Mama Bear is pretty nice. Let's put this here. It's only going to give this 1 slot buff, but that's okay because it counts as another... Beanstalk looks for like instances of slot buffs, so it's going to see the Little Lance, which is going to be +1 for the shop, and then it's going to see Mama Bear, which is +1 for the shop. So now, starting this turn, every turn we're going to get +2/+2 in the shop, and then Mecha Man, obviously, if it hunts, gets +3. So there's 1, 2, 3. So we just got our shop. Now our shop has a +4/+4 boost. So pretty nice, pretty nice. We're going to lose this, but that's okay because we're going to get Constellation Prize, which is fantastic. Now we can get rid of this Miseria if we want. None of these are amazing, but they are better. All of them are better than Miseria. The question is, which one do we want? Probably do this one. Although this makes this not hunt anymore, which is okay. Actually, we're just going to slam Shipshape here, though. Boom! Give me that rare. Oh, my goodness. Best treasure in the game. All right. This treasure is amazing. Now, we don't have all of the dragon synergies to get, like, Dragon's Claws and get a bunch of common treasures, but even without the dragon synergies, this card is still insane. So, awesome. And one of the things I love about Little Lance, too, is that, or Lance Little, is that, like, you don't need to play the whole game of moving your slot buffs around to trigger Shipshape Inspector. It just does it on its own, which is fantastic. All right, Gold Ember. Yeah, let's do it. We can do this over Shipshape. Okay. I forget if we played Wormscale Tinker. I feel like we didn't. But you could still play that. Lich King's Heart's also pretty good. We're going to take Pixie Dust, though. Just in case. Ooh, TLK. Nah, I don't think we want a TLK. We could get Stinky. Might be almost time to replace this Puck. I mean, it's giving +6/+3. That's not nothing. Move this here. Alright. Common treasures would be fantastic now. We'll slam commons. I'm a believer in this where I'll just start slamming banking commons to get this. Oh my goodness. What a way to get common treasures. That's a way to get common treasures. Boom. Well, if I had dragged it onto the right one. This is like where I need the office and I need just Jim's like look at the camera. If I had dragged onto Ironcast Dragon, it'd be fantastic. Why did I drag it onto the wrong card? Playing too fast. Too fast. Boom. Stinky. Gotcha. Alright. We'll take a tie. We'll take a tie. Oh, Daedalus. Sweet. This also will trigger this. Love it. But this will give us a comment. I don't know what's... I think this is better. I think that's better. But I do like that spell. Oh, not that one. But this is good too, though. We will put this over here. So now we have another instance of getting a common treasure, common treasure. So we're going to start going off. We haven't done it yet. I know we haven't done it yet. But if we can pull this off... Ooh, we might be too late, though. We'll have to see. We're going to take full heart here? No, half heart. Whew. But we'll take a consolation prize. Ooh, another interesting choice here. This will give us a common treasure, but I think just getting another recruit off of this is just too good. It's just too good. Can't pass that up. Miss Muffet's pretty good, too. And then, again, Navi, though. I think we take this Navi. We'll heal our heart, and then we'll also get one closer to that. Sure. Bank that. Happily ever after. Don't mind if I do. Common treasure. Now our trash can's up to +2/+2. We don't actually have a ton of other... Oh, yeah, we do. We have Constellation Prize. And we have Little Lance. Never mind. We do. And Pixie Dust. We actually don't have any Fae for Pixie Dust, though. That's interesting. Yeah. Happily Ever After. Give us another common treasure. Trash can's up to 4. Little Lance is up to 5/4. All of our Constellation Prizes, 6/6. Do it again. Boom. Secret map. Love it. Now our trash can's up to something higher than that. Another common. Where are we at? Trash can's already at +6/+6. So good. Ooh, Seeds of Symmetry. Nice. This will give us a common treasure. Sure. Oh, no, whoa, it's uncommon. Lucky chest, you have failed us. We'll take a gemstone card. Why have you failed us? Miss Muffet is really good for slot buffs, but we'll just do this. Boom, boom, boom. Trash can. Taking Time Top. Trash can's up to 8/8, which means our constellation prizes are all 10s. We could have some good Fae buffs here, but... Ooh, Bahamut is huge. But Jabberwocky is here. Stinky? Sure. Huff and Puff? Nah, we don't want a Huff and Puff. Well, now our opponents are going to get big, though. That's okay. Common treasure. And we got there. Woo! Victory loot. What did we get? We got Candy Apple Tree from winning, and our opponent had a Gummy Worm on the board, so that's a Gummy Worm unblock. Thank goodness for victory loot. That will help our collections go so much faster. So fun that we get these. Gummy Worm allows us to do that. So, yeah, one of the things with that, we obviously listened to feedback from people about collection speed, and we were thinking about fun ways to do that. And obviously, this is something we came up with that we're super happy with, which is essentially when you top 3 any cards on the opponent's final board that you don't already own, you get automatically. So you get beat by Hercules, you beat a Gummy Worm, whatever it is, whatever cool things that they're playing, you get to play with. So you have a shiny new toy, now I have a shiny new toy. It's kind of like that meme where it's like, you made this, I made this. We're kind of capturing that in a fun way where it's anytime you see something on the other side of the board, guess what? You get to keep it. Fun stuff. All right, let's go again. Ooh, Candy Pandy. The first treasure you discover of each rarity becomes candy. Fun. So this one, we definitely want to play a candy deck here. Oh, I have Butcher, though. Hold on. Early sneak peek before we get the raid over from Yuck. And I'm gonna release the tech here on the dev stream for those who can watch it. This is the best card in the set. It's also going to be the most underrated card in the set because nobody's going to realize how good it is until somebody tells you or until you play with it. This card's completely broken. So the Butcher says, quest, have 5 rare characters on the board. Treasure find Butcher's Cleaver. Butcher's Cleaver gives massive boosts to all your cards. Just like +20/+20, then +40/+40, then +40/+40. This card's insane. Basically, the way you want to play it is you want to get rares and you want to get early rares. You play it a little bit like you might play Skip, where you're getting ahead, so you want to play very cautiously in the beginning. You want to play like big stats and catch-up mechanics and things so you don't die early. I don't have Ace of Hearts unlocked here, but I would be playing that otherwise. And basically you want to get as many rares as you can, as quickly as you can, so that you can trigger the Butcher on turn 5 and turn 5 or 6 and just start going nuts from there. So it's a little interesting because this Candy Pandy wants to be a Candy Captain, but we also want to play Butcher since we have it. So we're sort of playing this in between half Candy, half Butcher deck. So you can see I'm playing 6 rares here, every rare that I have. Lance a little, Miseria to help with some catch-up mechanics. I would just play the rest of the deck. I would play rares or catch-up mechanics, but I don't really have any other catch-up mechanics or rares. So what I'm actually going to do is just play just whatever the best cards I have after that. Actually, I'm going to get rid of Twilight Sparkle and play Sour Patch Kid. That's a decent stabilization card. I'm also going to get rid of Knight of the Holy Cane and play Miss Muffet. That's a good stabilizing card. And we'll go with that. Okay. Candy Pandy, let's go. So, first treasure of each rarity becomes Candy, and then we also want to play, basically we want to play really strong stats in the early game so that we can survive. We'll play Smee. There's our Lance a little. Okay, we'll tie. I'm very happy with the tie. We'll take it. Now, can we get this Lance a little? Because if we can get Little Lance as our first common treasure and make this a sweet Little Lance where this increases with our sweetness, that could be really, really good. What is the best card here to stabilize? Probably Wind Up Toy. Put that there. Put that there. We just want to take as minimum amount of damage as possible in the early game. I'm going to take half a heart here, which is annoying, but it's okay. Jill Sunshine, does that get our Lance a little? Almost, but we're gonna snap PSL here, obviously. Actually, we probably could have taken Navi there. I didn't even think about that, but we probably could have. We definitely want Misery on the board here. We'll put that over a Wind Up Toy. And wish we had a way to buff this. We don't, so it's gonna be another turn. I have to keep that around for one more turn, unfortunately. But this is going to be sweet. Watch this. Miseria gives us Constellation Prize because it's our first one. That's going to be a sweet Constellation Prize, which means that this increases with our candy, which is fantastic. So sweetening our candy is pretty good here. We're going to gumdrop. Actually, Lance Little's already high here, so we don't need to gumdrop that. Although sweetening our candy does help here. Is that better than just playing like Jack Frost or something, though? So if we sweeten our candy, that gives... So this gives everything on our board +1/+1. Is that better than playing Jack Frost? I think this is better. I think this is better. Which of these characters is most likely to stick around the longest? Not Miseria. Not Lance a Little. Probably Sunshine? None of them are really, but probably Sunshine. Let's play Karma Chameleon here. Put it here. Boom. Okay, Lance a Little triggered. That's going to give us our sweet little... Oh, we actually lost the heart, but that's okay. So we got another, and these, of course, their copies become sweet too. So now you can see both of these are +3/+3, and we got our sweet little Lance. We played this, chef's kiss how we played this right here. Sweetness there. So we got the first common was Little Lance, and the first uncommon was Constellation Prize. I don't think you could get a better sweet combo for your first common and sweet uncommon than these two treasures. So amazing. Okay, this is interesting. So I think Sour Patch Kid is the best card for us right now, but notably it's not rare, and we need to start getting rares for Butcher. Thankfully, this did trigger, so we did get one rare already. So I would normally take Sour Patch Kid here, but I think I'm going to take Goodie Bag. And then we'll take Fire Breathing Dragon. Let's put Dragon first, Nameless one. Fire Breathing Dragon here, Nameless one in the back, this here. Okay, now we just need to not lose hearts and find the Butcher. If we don't lose hearts and we find the Butcher immediately, then we win the game. It won't be close. You'll see. We'll just dominate if we can find the Butcher. Ooh, Cherry Topples I'll take. Recruit, get a candy spell. So we'll put this here. And then what'll happen is we'll get Butcher in the next shop, and the game will just be the easiest game you've ever seen. Boom. Okay, I'll take a cinnamon roll. Butcher? No. This is a nice little trick. So we're looking for the Butcher, which is rare. Normally, I wouldn't TLK a random uncommon into a random rare, but because we're looking for one specific rare, I will, because it's not in the shop, so let's give it a chance. Did not. That's okay. Now we have 5 rares, so we don't have to slam rares because we'll already trigger the Butcher if we find it. But we still can. It's probably better than these anyway. So which is the best thing here? We could take Tin Man and try to get, if we lose a full heart. I don't think we're going to lose a full heart. So Blackjack's probably better. But I could see it either way. We also could have replaced Two-Headed Wizard, I guess. But Okay, don't hit blackjack. No, that's the one thing you couldn't hit. Why did you do that? That's okay. One easily. Butcher? No butcher. Okay. Doesn't matter what we take. Greenbeard's probably better than Wizard. This is a little awkward. We want Greenbeard to buff both of these. All these are pretty good. Would we rather bank this for a chance to get a golden epic, or would we rather take another rare? I don't think it's fire berries. I think it's one of these two. I'm gonna take this. Boom, take that out. That's okay. We're still in good shape here. We stabilized well. Now we just need to find our combo piece. And if we don't find our combo piece, that's okay. We'll just pivot into something late game, but it's okay. Slot +3/+3, sweeten your candy. Yeah, sweetening our candy gives our whole team like +2/+2, +3/+3. It gives everything, so it's awesome. Boom. Sure, we'll take this. Yep, we'll take Nameless one. Ooh, Sunflare Glider? We're not really getting a lot of treasures. I don't really love this Greenbeard. We could put this here. I don't think we want Sour Patch Kid. It is pretty good, but I don't think we want it. Let's Nameless one isn't great either, but we'll do that. Okay. That's a cool smug they got over there. Nice, nice, nice. We didn't find Butcher. That's okay. Yeah, we'll just candy. Front row slots, sweeten our candy, which sweetens our sweet consolation prizes, which sweetens our little lance. And I love how we just have a Mythic sitting here. We just have... This is from like turn 2 or whatever, turn 3. Haven't found it yet. Let's silver everything. Yeah, for sure. We're going to win the lobby. We're going to win the lobby without finding it. And that's one of the things I like about the Butcher too, is that like you don't really have to sacrifice a lot to go for it. Even if you miss, like even if you don't see it, you can still do nutso stuff. Volo is also a nutso card. Whenever you recruit a quest character, get a random treasure of their rarity. The cool thing about Volo is it happens on the bronze and the silver and the gold copy. So every quest character you can get 3 treasures from, and it doesn't matter if you've completed them or not. So yeah, very cool. None of these have that. Keeb is pretty good. I think we're going to take Keeb over this. So Keeb says, farewell, summon a 1/1 cookie golem, and then give it +5/+5, then sweeten your candy. So each time it sweetens our candy, which makes the golem bigger, which makes the consolation prize bigger, which makes the sweet lance bigger. It's awesome. It's going to be kind of a close one. I think we're going to win it, but it is a little bit close. There we go. Well, we won with the Butcher deck even without seeing the Butcher. So, oh well. What did we get? We got a Mecha Man from the opponent's board. Cool, cool, cool. Good victory loot. I'm always happy with cards. And the cool thing about this is, like, even if you don't want to use Mecha Man necessarily in a lot of your decks, it's one card closer to unlocking other stuff. So fun. What did we get for our Battle Pass rewards? We got Professor Who's Who, these two, and Lightning Thief, a couple fun ones. 6 more rewards. I will take that. No, let's ship that. All right, here's a new one. Set 2. We're gonna play Queen Harpolia. I haven't played Queen Harpolia very much. I do like Thing in the Ice and Electric too, but we will take Queen Harpolia. When you get a treasure, give your characters in your shop +1/+1 for each treasure you've got in that turn. Fun. Oh, there's a Butcher theme deck. Oh my goodness, Sam. Why did you tell me we had a Butcher theme deck? You can't. I mean, you can't stop me. We're gonna do it again. You can't. Sam, I didn't know this. It's gonna take a lot for me to not make this stream a Butcher dev stream. Although I guess the chat is lucky that I don't have the Butcher unlocked for a lot of these decks, so we can't make it too much of a Butcher theme stream, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do what we can to make it a Butcher stream. So what do we need early on? We definitely need Lancelot. We definitely want Miseria. We don't have all the Butcher cards, but we have Butcher and Volo. We have Sunflare Glider. We can go Mimic, Maverick and Ice Wing. And that's about as much of the Butcher package as we have. So now we have 5 slots that we want to fill in. So what are the 5 slots? You could maybe go Wormtongue because Butcher is a villain. I don't love that. I think Justini and Discord suggested that. I don't love it. It's never really worked for me, but you could. So we're going to have to play Candy, I think. But Candy Apple Tree is fine. One cool thing about this interaction is Candy Apple Tree, you need to get to 30 health for it to trigger, which is kind of hard to do sometimes. But with Butcher, it gives everything +20/+20, so it's like super easy to get that. So let's play some candy stuff here. Oracle of Fortunes is good. Licorice is good. What do we want for our other ones? Do we want Worm Tongue? Probably not. Let's go just Cherry Topples and Jaws. Yeah, let's go with that. So it's kind of like a half Butcher deck, but close enough. I've totally forgot what the what was our hero power? What was our captain power? When you get a treasure, give character shot +1/+1. Okay, that's fine. So we can get treasures. Dragonling and Pix. Sure. Although we still need to make sure we don't die too early so that we can get some Butcher stuff. The other cool thing about Butcher decks that I like is it switches up Mysterious Egg a little bit, because normally you never take Egg turn 1, but egg turn 1 turns into a rare, so actually works pretty well for you. Slappy's actually pretty good with Pix here. There's our Lance-a-Little. We'll take that. We got a lot of work to do to get Lance-a-Little up, but that's okay. Alright, Crack a Heart, not a big deal. Too late for Egg. I don't want you anymore. I don't want to play with you. I get this. Silver Slappy. Not bad, not bad. Jill Sunshine does get our Lance up to 7, though, which is pretty good. Karma Chameleon also can turn into a random rare, which is pretty good. So all of those are better than a Silver Slappy. I'm going to take this here. We don't have any slot buffs, though, so we have no way to get our Lance a little up. And that gives Shooting a shot, but that's okay. Do we want this here? I guess it doesn't really matter. The Lance Little is one. Let's go this. Even out our stats as best we can. That's a treasure. That's going to give +1/+1 to our shop. Not going to trigger Lance Little, but we shouldn't have trouble next turn getting our Lance Little. First last, that would do it. Character shop +2 health, that would do it. Let's go with Captain's Cutlass. Lance Little's got it easily. I don't love any of these. We could do this, but I don't think that's better than just taking a random uncommon. Probably get rid of this. Puck? Or just Hungry Hyena? Interesting thing is, we could do this and then Hungry Hyena. We could do this and Hungry Hyena, and that would also get Lance-a-Little to trigger. Don't need the slot, want it. Which is some side. There's a little bit of benefit to that. Alright, we'll take that. Oh, wait, it wasn't even a trade. We actually won it. Nice. Boom, little Lance. Love it. Alright, Silver Pix. So here's an interesting choice. If you're really going hard on the Butcher, one of the things is interesting is you're going to need 5 rares. So you're going to need to take rares when you can. But if you get a silver, you can basically get a reroll here to try to find the Butcher in the next shop, which I think is worth it. So we're going to roll that, try to get it here. We didn't. That's okay. Phil's pretty decent. So is Will-o'-the-Wisp. We are going to be replacing our characters a bit, so I think that's the right play here. Mimic is pretty good too. We don't need Navi right now. Mama Bear's not bad, but we'll go Mimic over probably Lance-a-Little. We can put Mimic. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can put Mimic second. Lots of buffs going on that battle. Okay, that'll buff our next character. We're going to lose this one, Crack a Heart, but that's okay. Again, I'll take a free reroll when I can. Try to find our combo piece. Do it again. I do love that Candy Apple Tree. I'll do it again. I think it's too early for Tin Man, so let's go Katamari. Okay, now we have a choice to make. Ugly Duckling would transform into a rare, but at this point on turn 6, I think that's very unlikely. This also gives range to the Mimic and Treasure Hoard, so I think let's do that. We can also move this stuff up now. We got double ranged here. If we can find a sneak character for this, that would be gas. And then let's put Phil here. Go here. All right. Now we're going to see the Butcher in the next shop, and it's going to be awesome. Boom. There's Volo. Not what I was looking for, but also really good. That one is worth slamming. Okay. No quests. There's a Mousetrap, which is probably better than Phil at this point, so we'll put that there. Ranged. And a Mousetrap is not a bad start. At least in the early to mid game, that's pretty strong. Gives us a little bit of time. We'll Lost in the Woods this. It does get harder. The other reason you want to try to find Butcher early is it does get harder as you get more things in the shop, as you get more epics and legendaries. So you really want to try to hit it like turn 5, turn 6. But that's okay. So this one, so Volo, for example, recruit a quest character, get a random treasure rarity. So we're going to take Maverick and Icewing here, which is going to give us a random rare treasure, which is going to be awesome, and it will count as one of the treasures for this. Timeline Duplicator, which would be great, which also buffs the shop. Sunfare Glider is very good. We gotta get rid of something. I think it's Mousetrap. Let's hope our opponents aren't too enormous. That's our hope. Should be okay here, I think. That kind of stinks a little bit, but... No, we're actually gonna lose this one. That surprises me. Okay. Alright, Candy Apple Tree is at 10. Can we make it any higher? Not really. Could take this. Starburst is also pretty good, but let's just re-roll. Sure, let's take... I do like that Fairy Dragon as well. Let's bank that. That gives us a quest. So that gives Volo, which gives us a quest, a common treasure, which then triggers Sunflare Glider, which gives us a Dragon's Claw, which triggers Maverick Wing. We'll take Dragon Dice. Whenever you get a dragon, you get a common treasure. That's pretty good. Freaking Flyer card is also kind of good with getting more treasures. That actually might be better than Dragon Dice. I don't know which of these actually gives you more treasures. Probably the freaking Flyer card, but I do love getting common treasures off this. So I'm going to take this one, even if that might be wrong. Give us another Dragon's Claw. All of these are great because they're buffing up our shop like crazy. We will... roll this. This has actually done its job, so we can cycle out that. I haven't even been paying attention to sneak, giving this thing sneak. I don't know if there is anything. This is fantastic. We'll get this over here. Hopefully it'll survive some damage. But it's a dragon. Gives us another treasure. Gives us another Dragon's Claw. Buffs up Queen Harpolia by 2. This is another dragon. So this one, it's a dragon, so it'll give us a random common treasure. 2, it has a quest, so it'll give us a random common treasure. So we'll give 2 random common treasures, which will give us 2 more Dragon's Claws, which will buff up Harpolia 2 more instances. Boom, 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 boom. Going crazy. Now we're up to 10 there. Villains, cast a spell, buffs. None of these are really that good. I guess let's just take Curse Ring, which gives us another Dragon's Claw. Look how big our Mimic is. Also, taking more dragons for Dragon's Dice gets Mimic. Get another treasure off of Blackjack. And you can see how the combo is rolling. Huh. So this one's pretty interesting. Jill Sunshine gives us a reroll plus a giant character. But Miseria gives us a random uncommon treasure right now. But this gives us more shops this turn, so I think it's got to be this. Hungry Hyena. It doesn't really matter where we put this. That buff isn't going to do anything. None of these are dragons. I guess we can lose Blackjack. Put this here. This here. Oh, I keep forgetting to look for sneak. Okay, so Ship Shape Inspector. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take it here. I guess it's time for Sunflare Glider to go, which is very unfortunate. But we're going to take this. We're going to get a random rare, and then we're going to get the actual trigger for the rare treasure. So it's going to give us lots of treasures. I don't know. Actually, Sunflare Glider is buffing the shop quite a bit. Like, we can find more giant stuff. I mean, that's a 400, though. Yeah, let's just do this. We're not going to get the extra Dragon's Claws, which is unfortunate, but... Ooh, Energizer with the Dragon's Claws. That's nice. Doesn't really matter. Let's go this one. We didn't get the Dragon's Claws, but that's okay. Put this up here. That's a nice little board. 270s. 270s across the board against 50-50s. Your Wormscale Tinkerer can't keep up with us. Sure. Mousetrap. At this point, it's just stats. I think we can probably just win this next fight. Let's just dump this. Jabberwocky over this. Boom. Boom. Easy. Easy win. GG. As I said last game, that's the other thing I like about going for Butcher is you don't sacrifice a lot. So we didn't get the totally busted combo, but it didn't really matter. We shot for the moon and landed among the stars, if you will. I don't really care at this point. Doesn't really matter. I think we're gonna win easily, right? Oh, this gives sneak, so that's nice. So let's go here. Boom. Boom. Let's go here. Sneaky. Sneak ranged. Pew! Sneak ranged. Pew! Nice back row. Would be terrible if something happened to it. Bam. Victory first place. Ooh, and we got 3 cards from Victory Loot. So we got Sour Patch Kid as our prize, and then our opponent had Pirate Prince, Sir Francis Drake, and Calypso on their board, so we got to get all 3 of them. Gotta love Victory Loot. That was a fun one. 8 Dragon's Claws. 8 Dragon's Claws, Energizer, Dragon's Dice. And then, yeah, we had a couple turns where we went off with Queen Harpolia, and that's how we got these massive stats. So, pretty awesome. Okay, Gokutu or Sweet Tooth. I think maybe one of these has Butcher in it. Yeah, this one does. Sweet, sweet. I mean, I have to at least keep going until we pull it off. I think that's the rules. Until we can show you the amazing play. We got to just keep going with it. This one doesn't actually have a lot of rares in it though, which is a little tough. So let's get rid of Knight of the Holy Cane. Let's play Gulliver. Oh yeah, bam. We're winning. We're winning easily. Again, we're kind of stuck in this like half Butcher, half Candy deck. Jellyton is quite good. Licorice is quite good too. We'll get rid of Fox. I don't love getting rid of some rares, but it's okay. Actually, let's get rid of Gulliver and let's play. Which one is this? Cast 3 spells? No. That's one thing in Butcher decks is you really don't want to cast any spells. For the most part. Let's play Viscount Chocolate. So this is sort of a candy deck with a Butcher sweetener. With a Butcher side tooth. Sweet Tooth says whenever you level up, get a bonus candy spell. That's going to help us with our candy. We're going to take Nesting Scrubfowl. And we're going to take Puck. We don't have Lancelot in this deck, do we? Ooh, okay. We'll take a Jack in the Box because it works well with what we got going here. Sure, we can Puck that. Sure, well, so why not? Let's take some silvers. Sure. Scrubfowl again. Let's just keep buffing that first slot. Oh, should we just keep buffing that first slot? Sure. What's our first slot up to? 18 attack on turn 2. Works well with the Jack in the Box. Okay, the next character you recruit gets +1. Sweeten your candy. Boom. Yeah, let's do this. Lemonhead. Each fight give me +2/+2, but if you do this, it's pretty good. We don't have any health buffing, but I do love taking Ugly Duckling early, try to snipe a random rare early. We can try it. It's not going to work, though. It's not going to survive 3, but it's okay. We'd have to get really lucky for that. Alright, totally fine. Kind of a weak shop here. We could Minotaur. I guess we should. I was thinking about maybe Presence of Gaia this. But that would just be irresponsible. Yeah, we can Ember. Yeah, we're never gonna hit this Ugly Duckling. That's okay. Haha, too small for Lemonhead. Victory, victory. Ooh, bonus candy spell, and it's a cinnamon roll. For those of you who have not seen, well, first, there's a lot of things about cinnamon roll. First of all, it's an amazing name. I'm super happy with it. Love cinnamon roll as a name. Concept. Card is great. And we added a nice little Easter egg where if you sweeten the breadcrumbs, instead of giving you Lost in the Woods, it gives you cinnamon rolls instead, which is fantastic. All right, let's get our rares on. Let's go Goodie Bag. Let's go Fairy Godmother. Let's go Cherry Topples over which one? For this. Ooh, Concentrate. Sweeten your candy twice. Lemonhead's getting up to +5/+5 every turn. That's kind of sick. Yuck Mouth! Thanks for the raid. Welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome to the official Once Upon a Galaxy dev stream. It is Candylar release day. We are super excited to play some Candylar cards. We are doing fun stuff. My name is Parney. I am the executive producer here at Once Upon a Galaxy. Super stoked to bring you some Candylar games. If you have any questions at all about the set, about the company, anything behind the scenes, anything you might want to know, let me know. I am not shy about giving away the company secrets, and I have a live mic, so nobody can stop me. So ask the questions that you want. Right now, we're in the middle of our third run in a row. One thing you'll learn about today's stream, I'm trying to show you the secrets of how great the Butcher is. I'm letting the secret out of the bag, if you will. We haven't been able to show it yet. I haven't seen our shops, but it's going to happen, and it's going to be magical when you see it happen. Right now, we're slamming some rares on our board in preparation of that. I think Lemonhead is the last one I'm going to want to replace, so it's going to be one of these three we're going to take. Let's go with... We're going to want to keep Goodie Bag here. So, haha, Zeta, good pun. I cannot... You'd be surprised. We've never made that pun before while working on this set. It hasn't happened. Let's go Blackjack over Fairy Godmother. Let's put it here. Boom. Oh, that board is pretty decently sized. I think we might lose this one. Oh no, Lemonhead to save us. Good thing we were sweetening our candy. Boom. Oh, fudge. Give a slot +5/+5, then sweeten your candy. Let's do that with slot 1. Now our Lemonhead is up to +6/+6 every turn, which is pretty sweet. Ooh, this is a fun one. So, Viscount Chocolate's very good. Every fight steal 18/18 from the enemy across from me. Ice Cream Party is also good. Give things that share types +6/+6, which is normally candy, but it could be other things. I actually think we're going to go Viscount Chocolate here. I think we're going to replace Greenbeard. Okay, yeah, we'll Silver Goodie Bag. Sure. Yeah, let's get a free... Let's get a free candy spell. Why not? Give 2 random slots +6/+6. Our candy's up. Let's go this. Golden Goodie Bag is pretty fun. The next epic character you create is golden. That's pretty good. Whenever you get a common, get an epic as well. Both of these are very good. I'm going to take Hidden Treasure Room because if we hit Blackjack, that does a great combo with it, as well as other things. So we'll see. Although this is a massive board. Come on, bruh. What are you doing? We're going to get crushed on that one. Full heart damage. Ouch. All right. Let's Ember. Yep, we'll Silver Viscount Chocolate. Yeah, Blackjack's definitely not taking that for sure. Next character, Cruise Sweet Candy. Yep, let's do that. Get a good candy thing here. This is not a good candy character. That's a pretty decent candy character, although we have 0 animals. We could also just Abracadabra and let this pass over to a new shop. I mean, Papa Bear being candy is pretty good because it does affect itself. So it's essentially better than Lemonhead. But I also feel like we could roll for something else. How dangerous do we want to be? I mean, this is pretty good too if we get other any. But I don't think we're going to go super late animals. I think that's unlikely. This is a tough decision. Alright, let's Papa Bear. That's fine. We're also going to move it here to start with. And then we can always move Blackjack there later if we want, because it's a slot buff. Good job, Viscount, the Dracula. Next character gets +8/+8. Love to see it. Oh. These are not candy, but they would get Papa Bear's buffs. It's probably better than Blackjack at this point. Sure, we'll go there. Ooh, Jellyton? This card is gas if you haven't seen it. It gives +1/+1 for all the characters, candy characters that were KO'd, but then it's candy itself, so that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Awesome. And now we have 4 candy cards, so these will die as well. If only our Goodie Bag was candy. It's not, but that's okay. Our Goodie Bag is just big. Hashtag big. Boom. How are people liking Candylar so far? Any feedback? Any questions? Anybody unclear on how it works? Yes, there are candy cards that spawn others. My favorite one is Keeb. Keeb summons a 1/1 and then gives it +1/+1 and then sweetens your candy, but it is candy itself, so that buff that it gives it increases with every time. So yes, there is, and it's sweet. It's awesome. You wish there were more puns. All right. You could through the looking glass, but I'm kind of happy with my team. I don't think a random legendary is anything we want. My only concern on this board is that our goodie bag's a little small, but... Oh, man, is Kraken better? I mean, Kraken gets this. Might be time to say goodbye to the goodie bag. We'll never see it again, but that's okay. Hit left. Ooh, Kraken missed. That's not fun. But Jellyton. Oh, it's going to be a tie. Okay, okay, okay. Take a tie. Pixie Powder. Give a character plus 18, then sweeten your candy. Well, which one wants that? It would have been the goodie bag. That was a good time for that, but could also Kraken. Goldilocks is also pretty decent because you'd get this. I mean, you get these plus 8, you get this plus 12. Kind of interesting. So Goldilocks is going to get what? Every time... So just by default, at the start of the turn, it's going to get 3 times 12. It's going to get plus 36 at the start of the turn. Plus, then if this hunts, it gets another 30-something. It's actually probably better than that. Crazy enough, that's actually probably better. Yeah, she definitely does. I agree. Give your characters an all-character type with it. So we could either go candy or we could go animal. Or we can go candy animal. Let's do that. That way everybody gets invited to the party. Okay, now we're down to the final. Should we move Viscount Chocolate around? It looks like their two-headed wizard has the most, or maybe their Calypso. So, should we move this here and here, maybe? There's nothing that I want here, so let's bank that. That's only 2 attack. I don't really want that. We could take this. Jabberwocky. I don't think Jabberwocky's better than these. Although it is a candy, which helps buff Jellyton. Alright, steal from Calypso. Ooh, Shrink Tea hitting Jellyton. That kind of stinks. Alright, we're going to lose this one. This is a tough fight. How do we get first on this? +10. I guess we go Kraken with that. I think we keep our Viscount Chocolate here because it steals it from this, but maybe that's not even right. Maybe we want it to be like here. None of these are doing anything. I guess we do this in case we get another shop next turn. But what are the chances of it? Yeah, we'll see. Alright. Let's see if we can survive one more. Oh, we should have moved this up here, yeah. They moved their board around. That stinks. Oh, yeah, we're getting second. Brutal. Alright. But the good thing is, second to victory! Woohoo! And we unlocked Volo. Oh. Unlocked Volo. That's fantastic. And then we got Calypso, Mirror Mage, and Rudolph the Red from the opponent's victory loot. That is so fun. How have you all liked victory loot so far? Does everybody understand how it works? When you play against an enemy, whether you win or lose, if you get top 3, you capture every card on the opponent's board. So my opponent had Calypso, Mirror Mage, Rudolph. I have not unlocked those yet for Sweet Tooth, so I got all 3 of those cards as prizes. Really helps build up that collection pretty quick. Volo, when you recruit a quest character, get a random treasure of their rarity, which is awesome. You get a random treasure every time you recruit them, bronze, silver, and gold. And then a golden Volo gives you 2 random treasures, which is crazy. All right, victory. Also, we got some Battle Pass rewards. We leveled up to level 15 on the Battle Pass, which means a bunch of other fun stuff, too. Let's play again. Let's play. Oh, look at this. We got a triple new captain. Double dealer. Double your first recruit ability. Lady of the Lake. Collect 5 treasures to get a random legendary character. Or Goatee whenever you lose a fight in the Evil Clone. I don't think that I have Butcher for any of these captains. So, I haven't played much with Lady of the Lake. Maybe we try Lady of the Lake. Let's see. Like, should we get some? Let's get some sweetness. Let's get the Sweet Treasures deck. Let's see what's in this one. Lance a little Toto, Katatui, Chaos. We'll just do it this way. So this is when you get 5 treasures. So we want to get treasures quickly. So let's cut Toto. Let's cut Katatui because I don't want to be casting spells. Let's get Miseria in here. Let's get Aladdin in here. Let's get Maverick and Icewing. Oh, we're definitely getting Volo in there for show. Pirate Prince is kind of cool because you could get a random treasure. Nah, let's take that out. I don't want that. Mr. Fox is fun. Gummy Worm makes your treasures candy? Pretty cool. Blue Fairy is awesome with summoning things. I don't know if we're going to be summoning things. We could get rid of the apple tree. We don't have a ton of ways to buff it. Yeah, let's run that. That seems pretty fun. So our deck is basically, we've got a candy deck, we've got some things that find treasures, and we've got some candy buffers. Nothing here is really great for us. Let's do Puss in Boots so that we can build up for Lance a little. Get that first slot up a little bit. There we go. All right, I'll take it. Scrubfowl will also help Lance a little. We are passing on Stepsisters here, but that's okay. So Lance Little's at 5. We need +3. We don't have a puck here, unfortunately. Let's go with Jack in the Box. Put that slot 1. Maybe we keep Puss in Boots in 1s because we want to keep buffing this slot for Lance Little. It's a little awkward. We're kind of sacrificing a turn doing that, but this might be a trade. Nah, we're going to lose because of the range. All right. No harm done. Ooh, Misery is perfect. Tink. Why don't we just do this? We're going to cast a spell. That's going to put Lance a little. We have to put that slot 1. Move this here. And then we can switch the Jack in the Box over here after this fight, which would be nice. We're going to take full heart damage, though, so a little bit behind the 8 ball, but that's okay. Constellation Prize. Little Lance. Okay. What's next? Now we can kind of do whatever we want. Put this here. What's the best card of this shop? We could Evil Stepmother to try to find another treasure, but I don't love that. I think Ember's just better. Maybe we do Stepmother. I'm just worried about trying to get 3 more villains the next turn. Sure. Let's take it. Whatever. There's a villain. Sure. Let's take it. Whatever. Boom. Boom. Keep that there. Keep that there. Yeah. Put this here. Okay. Let's put that. Got him. All right. I don't think we want to concentrate right now, but we will take this. Ooh, Cinnamon Roll or Foul Lich? I normally just absolutely slam Cinnamon Roll. But I think this being a free shop and helping us trigger that is too important to pass up. Yep, we'll replace this. Wand, supports, or secret map. I'm a little worried that we need some more help before secret map, but these don't really help us all that much either. It's kind of a bad treasure shop, honestly. Other one. Yeah, we're in Pixie Dust, so we need to find one more treasure. How much of a difference does this make? A little bit, not too much. Probably better just to have the Jack in the Box get the most attack. Okay, surviving, that's good. Tin Man would be good if we were a little lower. Oh, this gets the actually... I forgot that this is a Fae, so this gets the Fae buffs, which is nice. We do put that there. Get rid of Jack in the Box. Okay. All of these are good. I don't think I'm transforming anything. I don't think I plan to transform anything, although I guess I could. Tin Man, in case we lose. Candy Apple Tree is so far away, though. But it is a 9/9, but it's so far away. We could also take this for a random legendary. Probably a random legendary is actually better than all 3 of those. Quest give a rarity higher. Alright. So Friar Tuck is going to want us to cast 2 spells. So we are going to pivot a little bit into casting spells because that value is just too much to pass up. Alright. Good job, Foul Lich. Way to hold down the fort. Cinnamon Roll is the perfect spell to cast with Friar Tuck. Midas Touch is kind of a waste, but sure, let's just do it to get a free shop. So it's free. Boon Willow, not really what we're doing, but it's probably better than Concentrate. Let's put that there. It is also a Fae, so it's giving it +5/+4, which is pretty good. I don't love any of those. Let's make the next thing we recruit Candy. And then because of the casting spells, we can probably just wait a little bit and cast spells until we find something that we actually want to be Candy. So like this, we don't want to be Candy. This, we don't want to be Candy. This, we don't want to be Candy. So let's just go this. No. This is okay at candy. This can make one of these candy. But if we cast this, we get a free shop. Just gotta do that. Sweet Lesser Mimic. It could be, because this, whatever this turns into becomes sweet. Sweet Masterwork Scrolls is really good. That increases all of our spells, and we're going to be casting spells with Friar Tuck, so let's do that. Like, even just this cheap common spell is plus 11, plus 5 now. Fairy Dragon is pretty good with candy. Queen of Hearts is also pretty good with candy. Let's go Fairy Dragon over Pussed Boots. Now we've got a decently strong board. Here. It's not huge. It's not like the best board ever, but we've got some stuff going. Masterwork Scrolls is pretty good. Ooh, there's Volo. It's too late for Volo? Well, it's never really too late for Volo. Volo is also amazing with this one. This has great synergy. Gets buried treasure. Goes down to 1. That was the random treasure off of this, which buffs this. So we're going to take a little bit of a hit with like making our board smaller, but it is also going to help us get more treasures. There's a constellation prize, which takes this down. This has a quest. We are not really playing. It's a little awkward how we're Volo and Friar Tuck don't necessarily work together super well. But let's go with this. Mirror Mage gives us Boots of Magic Find, triggers this. Seeds of Symmetry, that works. That triggers this. Oberon, I love it. Probably better than Boon Willow. Let's bank the Jack in the Box and hope to get like a Cinnamon Roll or something. No, didn't do it. Casting a spell, sure. We can also get rid of this Maverick and Icewing now. It's done its job. It is pretty big with Treasure Hoard, though. Ooh, this is interesting. Do we have all of our slots buffed? We do. So Ship Shape Inspector is going to give us 2 treasures. I mean, this is obviously the silver here. The Meet in the Tavern is great with Tuck, but I'm just going to take the 2 treasures. Boom. Ooh, Flock of Mimics. Get an additional copy. Don't mind if I do. This would be amazing, but I don't have any farewells. Your character has a hunt. Give my slot plus 15, plus 15. Yeah, let's get 2 of those. That seems pretty good. Yeah, let's Eureka on Friar Tuck. Maybe we'll get lucky, get another one. Scrumptiddlyumptious, Scrump Doublyumptious. Sweeten your candy. Give some slots. Let's go off. Sure. Do we just want to... We can get this. We have to say, yeah, let's get that in front instead of this. Boom. That gives us another treasure. It's going to go off this turn. It's going to give us Luckier Chest and this. So this is going to be a secret rare treasure. Boots of Magic Find plus Luckier Chest. That's 3 levels higher. Ooh, we did take full heart damage there, though. That's a bummer. 2 candy apples. Love it. Yeah, let's take it. Oh, it's treasure find, so it didn't... we didn't get it. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Yep. So Jack in the Box would give us 3 levels higher. So this would give us an epic treasure, or we silver. Actually, it would give us 2 epic treasures. I think it's got to be 2 epic treasures. Each turn, give one of your slots that. Hidden Treasure Room. When you get a common treasure, you get an epic as well. That's really good with Volo, too. That one doesn't do anything. We're going to do this. We're a little bit... Hopefully we can survive long enough to do this. Gummy Worm. Are we off the Volo train? This might go more nuts than Volo, especially with 2 of these. Every time we cast a spell on Ironcast Dragon, we get 2 epic treasures. Might be time. We gotta survive this fight, though. Or at least tie, which we will. No, we didn't! Oh, I spoke too soon! No way! Ah, Victory, though. We got second place. All right, doopity-doo. Each fight, give your characters +1/+1, and it's Candy. Nice. And then we got Plunder Penny and Morgan Le Fay from this. The opponent had a Plunder Penny on their final board? Wow. Bold move, bold move. Gokatu, Sensei, or Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, Sweet Tooth. We got a Butcher deck. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Butcher deck. And we unlocked Volo last time, so let's get rid of some of this other stuff. Let's get rid of Lollipop Fairy. Let's put Volo in there. Let's get rid of Cool Whip, and let's get Mr. Fox in there. We can't get rid of all the candy stuff, I don't think. We'd have to put in 2 more rares. But we'd have to cut like 7 cards, so we're not quite there yet. Ooh, I could put in Flopsy, though. Flopsy is really good. Get rid of Jumping Jelly Beans, put in Flopsy. Alright, so similar to last time. I know, Yuck. We haven't gotten to go off yet, though. We've played it like 2 or 3 times. We haven't seen a Butcher at all. I'm just trying to show the people. Just trying to show the fans how good it is. But we just haven't seen it. I think Rashi changed the code because I was just winning too much. And Rashi was like, no, you're not allowed to do that anymore. We're going to make it so you can't actually see Butcher in your games. That's the deal. Sugar and Spice, next character pursuing your candy. I like it. None of these are very good. Let's take the biggest stats. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I could have taken Ugly Duckling there, but I kind of also want to just save some silvers for when we get to rare. Keep some. I probably shouldn't have taken the last silver. Just replace my board, make it stronger, and hold bank up silvers until we're at rare and we need to find Butcher. We also don't have any early rares here. We didn't take duck or egg or anything, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. I also didn't see... Oh, I don't have Lancelot in this deck. That's why. Aha, that's why. I see. No Lancelot. It's actually not that much bigger. It's a 7 or a 5. Ember again? Yeah, we'll just bank Ember. I'll take that one because of the... Too late for you, Egg. Too late. I am not shy about taking a Navi without the first ability. Just getting it ready for a golden, seeing if you find the golden for it. I am all for that. That might be the play here over Ahab. Just to get this going. It's close, but I know some people don't like taking Navi unless you can repair a cracked heart. I am not one of those folks. Alright, Cinnamon Roll's perfect. No rares! Karma Accumulate actually doesn't even help us anymore now that our shop is at rare. This shop is terabad. Here's a 2-headed wizard. Sour Patch Kid's also pretty decent. Let's take 2-headed wizard. That is not the spell we want. Okay, Volo is perfect. Put that here. The fact that we're still full hearts is fantastic, and we've just basically been messing around in shops. Okay, that's not a spell we want to double. So let's go Boon Willow. Do any of these have quests? They do. Cowardly Lion has a quest. And it's a free shop, so give us an uncommon treasure. Do any of these? They do not. Is this a spell that we want to double? I mean, we could. Our next character would get +7/+7, and we would sweeten our candy twice. Not bad. It's not the best. Like, I want extra shops, but it's not the worst spell to double up there. All right, see, now we're behind, though. This is our payback for not doing anything the last 2 turns. We flew too close to the sun, got burned. All right, we can kiss something. I do not want to kiss Volo. I think we can kiss Lion. Whammy. It's all right. Boon Willow. Yeah, Mousetrap's probably pretty helpful for us. None of these have quests. Random rare treasure or silver Navi free shop and get closer to the heart. It's pretty close. We also might die. We also might take full heart on the next turn, so maybe we do this. I didn't even want to do that. No, we're not going to take full heart here. We're actually going to win this fight. I like blackjack. A little small, but... Take him. Any quests? No quests. Oh man, these cards are not great. I normally don't take this, but this actually might be better than like a random scar. Just give a little bit of stats, help us stabilize a little bit. We gotta start doing something though. We haven't done anything in like 3 turns. Just kind of spinning our wheels a little bit. Alright, there's the full heart damage. And of course, right after we got rid of Tin Man. Unfortunate. Alright. It's gotta be Oberon here. Over this. Mr. Fox? I don't think so. That seems risky. It's almost better to just be Conan at this point. Plus, this gives us a random legendary treasure, which is nice. Thank you, Volo, for a random legendary. I mean, that can go... That can go nuts. Oh, no. We cannot be full-hearted here. Whew! Way too close. Way too close. Okay. When you recruit a character, give characters in your shop that share a type with it +40/+40 for the rest of the turn. So we got a dragon fae, a fae, and a toy. So we're going to take the Flopsy, both because it's the best card and because it has 2 types. Are we going to bank it? Probably not. We probably need to put it on the board. I don't think we can afford to get rid of Mousetrap. Now, Boon Willow's not doing a ton. So we'll probably get rid of Boon Willow. I don't want to get rid of Volo because if we hit a silver this or another legendary, it's fantastic. So we're going to do this over Boon Willow. Okay. Dragon Fae. Did not give anything. But this gives us Toy Villain. And it gives us another shop. So I think we do that. Okay. Now we've got Villain. And we've got Dragon. Dragon seems good. It's bigger than Conan. I think we put it here. And we get another shop. Okay, Jabberwocky is a great hit. Because Jabberwocky is all of those, which is nice. I don't really want to get rid of Volo. I think I want to run with it one more fight. Put this here. And then I want to put this up here so that this gets the boost for our shop. It's nice. That's nice. Jabberwocky is huge. And we should win this one. Or at least tie. Okay, we tied. Not the best, but it's fine. Okay. No silvers. Flopsy got this. Is a pirate villain, a fae pirate, and a fae. So it's not going to be Titania. It's going to be one of these two. Do we want to put either one on the board? Probably not. Which means we need to bank one of these two. Fae pirate or pirate villain? Probably pirate villain. So this is a villain. I don't think we can afford to take Gummy Worm. And we might have to get rid of Volo just so we survive. Papa Bear is essentially a 52. This is a 54. This is a little bit bigger. I guess we have to get rid of Volo. Just to make sure that we survive as best as we can. Alright, good hunt, Jabberwocky. Getting that Jabberwocky off the chain was life-saving for us. Okay, we survived. It would have been nice to get this rare treasure, but we got rid of Volo. Flying Monkey, we don't have any gold stuff. That doesn't really do anything with us. We also have, we've seen a couple of these Mixos, which I don't think that we've been in a great spot to cast them, but theoretically we could. Put it on like Mousetrap or something. I don't think, I guess I could play Stinky over Two-Headed Dragon, and that's an animal. And there's a silver Jabberwocky, which is great because that's all types, which helps this. Again, I wish I had that Volo back. I think we play this over Stinky. Of course, he can't deal enough damage. Oh, he can deal enough damage with the Oberon, yeah. We'd just have to pay it over Flopsy, which is a little annoying, but we could. None of these are very good. We could do this, but I want to set up for future turns with some more silvers. So I think I'm just going to bank that. Oh, we still got a couple people left. I thought we were in like the finals. We have a little bit more time. Alright, we got a little more time. We got a little more time than I thought. Legendary. Your heroes have plus 20 in front of each hero we have. That's 2 heroes. Sure. This gives us 2 candy spells, which is interesting. Normally I wouldn't take this because I want as many shops as I can get, but I don't think you pass up on 2 candy spells. I think that's too good. Give a character 14/14, sweeten your candy. Put that on Flopsy. Cinnamon Roll is perfect. Characters with +5 attack. Random treasure every 2 turns. I don't think there's enough time left for that. The next epic is golden. I'm not sure I even want that. Yeah, I guess that's still probably better than Mask. That's pretty big. It's not bigger than Conan, but it's pretty big. Starburst also pretty good. Give 9 to everything. Bank that. Farewell or also Hunt. That works well with Jabberwocky. When you hunt, give everything +3/+3. No, let's go Daisy Jones Locket. Mice is still smaller than Conan, though. We don't have another shop after this. We'll bank Friar Tuck. Ooh, they have a huge board. Oh, no, and didn't get our attack. We're going to lose right here. Man, this board was massive. All right. Did we even get top 3? We didn't even get top 3 with that. Crazy. That was a tough lobby right there. Prodigy, Serena. Let's go with Beanstalk. Slot buffing nonsense. We do not have the Butcher in this deck, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're going slot buffing fun here. Rat King, Worm Scale. Yeah, seems pretty fun. Let's go. Let's run it. Slot buff, slot buff, slot buffs. Jack in the Box works well with slot buffs. Puck works well with slot buffs. Jack in the Box. Nesting Scrub File. Perfect. Look at that planning ahead for getting a slot buff. Psychic. Boom. This is a slot buff. We have to move our Jack in the Box out, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Put that there. So, oh, sorry. So Beanstalk is a new captain. For those of you who don't know it, it says when you buff 1 or more slots, also buff your shop by +1/+1. Actually, we're going to pause real quick. And we're going to see if anyone wants to join. Maybe the next game we'll get somebody from the team to join in if we want. But we'll keep going for now. All right, I'll take a tie there. Ooh. It's got to be Miseria, right? Constellation Prize is just too strong. None of these do slot buffs, so we'll just take Jack in the Box. These don't really do slot buffs, but Karma Chameleon can do some nutty things, so we'll put that there. Probably should have moved Puss in Boots over here so that it gets more likely to attack. Alright. Half Heart's not a big deal. That gives us our Constellation Prize. I mean, I don't know. Just get on voice chat and talk. I don't love any of these. I'm going to meet in a tavern. Ahab's not great either, but it's fine. Put this here. Put this. We can also get rid of Miseria now. Alright, Baby Bear is something I'm game for. Let's look at our slot buffs. We already have one here. Can we have 3? Alright, so we can't do it this turn. So we have 3 slots that need to be buffed. Let's do this. And then we have to buff these 2 slots over here. Again, Q&A is open. If anybody has any questions about Candylar or the design process or anything at all, let us know. Alright. Sweet, that'll move there. We can move this to here. This to here. That should buff every slot in case we get a Ship Shape Inspector later. I don't really want any of these. Let me get rid of this. When you buff 1 or more slots, also buff your shop. So what we're trying to do is basically put together as many different instances of slot buffs as we can. So we got like, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. We're trying to get more and more of those. Giving Tree also is technically counts as a slot buff, although this seems like a good time for Mr. Fox, so we're going to put that there. None of these slot buff, but they are kind of big, but they're also not anything special, so get rid of that. Get a free shop. Alright, that works. It's a little awkward that it's a hard one to do, but we can. Put that over here. Put this one up here. Alright, there's some slot buffs. So we're really just doing slot buffs and then building up our shop. And we go. Oh, we lost that. Okay, but that's right into a PSL. You love it. Nope. Let's roll. This would buff the shop, but goodie bag is just way better, right? Especially over this. Let's bank that. I mean, Mecha Man is technically a slot buff, but it's a hard one to trigger. Don't really want to do any of those. Mockingbird's fine. Let's get. It's not going to be very easy to get that other hunt. So, oh, almost sniped that Boon Willow, but we didn't. The interesting thing with this Beanstalk too is as you buff the shop more and more, you kind of that was a fantastic tie. As you buff the shop more and more, you're going to want to start replacing your things because they're just going to be bigger and bigger. Actually, we've got some animal stuff going here. Got all these animals back here. We're still at 3 hearts. Which of these is... Yeah, that's just an animal. Sure, let's Pepper's the Cheshire Cat. We got animals all over the place, which is nice. Give us a random treasure. Yeah, our stats are too small, though. We're not doing anything broken enough. We got to figure out how to do something more broken with this build. Although I guess we won that one somehow. It might be worth... Man, this is interesting. I was going to say it might be worth running this for 1 turn just so that we get the Little Lance, which gives us a free slot buff every turn. But then you also have Papa Bear, which is essentially a free slot buff every turn. And is a lot better than Lance a Little. But Papa Bear you have to keep on your board. Lance a Little we can swap out later. But this is a whole turn you need to wait. I think we got to do it this way. Eureka is not going to do anything. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just bank this. I mean, these kind of suck, so let's do this. All right. That gives us something. I think our stats are still way too small. We're not doing anything broken enough, but... Our slot buffs are pretty good. There's a Jabberwocky. It's probably better than this. Rage Mage with this is cute, but it's not going to work. I mean, we're scaling for the time being. And then our shop keeps getting bigger. Plus 14, plus 14. Mockingbird summon something big. Alright. A loss, but 2 consolation prizes. It's nice that we only have a cracked heart. We have 2.5 hearts and we have 4 consolation prizes. Kind of nice. A random common treasure. I guess it's an uncommon treasure because of this. A random uncommon treasure doesn't seem great. I also don't want a random legendary. Like, we could pop this into a random legendary, but that doesn't seem great. Conan. Alright. Ship shape. I think I will take... This is pretty good, too. I think I will take a turn to get a rare treasure. So what are we cutting? Probably a Cheshire Cat. That's not giving us slot buffs. Alright, Daisy Jones, your Farewell are also Hunt. That helps with Jabberwocky. Each fight golden gives slots. That is a slot buff, but I don't have any goldens. Bronze are doubled. That can be pretty good with Beanstalk because it's already getting a plus 14. That could be nuts, though. This is just doubles. This basically gives an extra one of these. Let's try this because we could get some crazy things with buffing the shop. As long as we don't get smoked here. It might be time to stop buffing the shop and get some things that actually are good now. We're okay. We actually won that one. Nice. I mean, like, even the Lance a Little here is just better than the ship shape. That's fine. Oh, this is nice. If you haven't seen Oracle of Fortunes, Treasure Hoard 2, whenever I'm attacked, get a treasure of the attacker's rarity. So nice. Ooh, Paul Bunyan, attack Oracle of Fortunes. Come on, Paul Bunyan. Attack Oracle of Fortunes. Yes! Woo! Free Wonder Box, baby. That is awesome. Take the little lance. Let's take the silver the Jabberwocky. Eureka. One mage. I mean, doesn't completely go off, but still pretty nice. Just one shot there. Do it again? Yeah, do it again. Why not? It's not, we're not really netting anything from it, but I mean, just keep going, right? It's giving us Wand of Shielding triggers and ooh, Tinkerer? Tinkerer's pretty good with Constellation Prize. It's no, we don't have Pixie Dust, but it is pretty good. Muffet's really good. Let's go Golden Papa Bear, though. Ooh, whenever you buff a slot, give it an additional +8/+8. So that's Little Lance, Papa Bear. I actually got rid of some of the other ones, so it's just those two. Still pretty good, though. And the consolation prizes and the Little Lance. Nice. Tinker is, even without Pixie Dust, Tinker is pretty good. Oh, they got a lot of consolation prizes, though. Alright, what do we got here? Does this... So here, we gotta see how this works. So I think it is 5 separate instances. So we're at +17/+17. This should be 5 different slot buffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So this is interesting. Melody's Loot I normally wouldn't take here, but with Wormscale Tinker, buffing both of those kind of goes exponential, which is nice. We're not going to have a ton of time for it to do its thing, but still pretty good. I'm going to be pretty upset if we go the entire dev stream and don't get to do one real Butcher game. I mean, instant legendary treasure? Let's try it. Bank that. Targeted spell? No. Targeted spell? No. Targeted spell? Shadowmancer could be good for that too. No. Don't really want that, so let's just bank this. Wormscale Tinker, buff everything. Slot buffs. I mean, we're looking... Oh, Bottled Starlight? Bunyan attacked into our Oracle twice to give us Bottled Starlight and Wonder Box. This card's amazing. Whew. Sure. Statue of Olympus. Why not? I mean... I feel like we're just like playing with our food at this point. Of course I say that and then we're probably going to lose to some crazy busted board, but... I should have banked the Medusa there maybe to just play for that. I think this is fixed where this doesn't hit these anymore, but we'll try it just to be sure. Yeah, it doesn't change them back to silver like it did before, so that's nice. We're going to get a third Bunyan attack into our Oracle. Yes! Wonderbox, Bottled Starlight, World Shrub. Good job, Paul Bunyan. You did a fantastic job this game. We really appreciate your service. What a feeling. Everyone, look at this. Look at this. First of all, look at this. How generous this is. We just unlocked 23 cards? Unlocked 23 cards with that win. It's pretty fun. I mean, you're not always going to get 23 cards, but come on. 23 cards for getting first place there is nuts, though. We got Platinum rank, so we got all this fun stuff. And we got to level 16 in the Battle Pass, so we got all this fun stuff. Then we got Victory Loot because our opponent played a Plunder Penny. And most importantly of all those cards is we randomly unlocked the Butcher for Beanstalk, which means we know what we're doing there. Ooh, Princess Animal. Nice. But I'm pretty sure that Sweet Tooth has Butcher. It does. I know. Yeah, a lot of people playing Plunder Penny on their final boards. It's interesting. Okay, what are we doing in this Butcher deck? Let's rebuild it. Now, Sweet Tooth does have a built-in sweetness, so we don't want to it doesn't really help us to get rid of all the candy stuff, but if I was building a Butcher deck, you go Lance a Little Misery. I wish I had Ace of Hearts, but I don't. Then we're going to go Butcher, Volo, for sure. And I basically want to get as many rares in the deck as we can, but none of these are actually that great. So now the rest of it, we're going to go candy. So what candy do we want? Lemonhead is pretty good. Sour Patch Kid is good. I'll take Cherry Topples. I'll take Apple Tree. Jumping Jelly Beans I don't love, but it is a rare candy, which is pretty good. Take Chocolate, Jelly Ton, Licorice. And then I guess we have a question of, do we take a random rare candy? Good question. What does it mean when it's diamond? So my Princess Animal is diamond because I have collected all of the cards from that captain set. So Princess Animal is a set 1 captain, which means that I have collected all of the set 1 cards for Princess Animal, therefore it is diamond. Basically just means I completed the captain's collection. That's going to change a little bit on like visually how we represent it as we go forward with more expansions, because we want to be able to show you like I collected multiple sets, or I collected all the sets, or whatever it is. But for now, that's what that means. So I haven't collected all the Princess Animal cards because I haven't done the set 2 ones yet, but I have all the set 1 ones. Chef Tears is also a rare candy, and it's probably better than Jumpy Jelly Beans, so we'll go that. Yeah, no problem. Good question. All right, let's see if we can get a Butcher game going. Let's see. None of these are great for a Butcher start, but let's go picks. Again, not the best start for Butcher, but let's go Flying Monkey. Maybe we can snipe something. Like that. Perfect. Almost like we planned it. Plan ahead. These aren't great, but Puss in Boots may help us get Lance a little. Yes, I can explain the Butcher. So I'm like halfway joking about it to be fun, but the Butcher is a rare villain card, and basically what it says is it has a quest. If you have all five of your cards are rare, so if you have 5 rares on your board, you complete its quest, and it gives you a treasure called Butcher's Cleaver, and Butcher's Cleaver basically makes the stats go insane. It's +20/+20 for any bronze, +40/+40 for any silver, and then another 40/40 for any gold. So basically what you try to do is you try to get some early rares, grab the Butcher, and then basically you have like essentially like a +60/+60 shot buff instantly. So if you can get Butcher to go off on turn 5 or 6, then you just have +60/+60 in your shop, and you just steamroll the lobby. So it's very fun. It's very hard to pull off. It's kind of like playing a combo deck, sort of. You'd have to kind of play these different angles to try to get it to pull off, and if you get it, it goes nuts. But one thing I like about it is even if you miss, even if you can't find the Butcher, there's all the stuff that you're doing to try to get there also works pretty well. So I like playing it, and I've been trying to show off today on the dev stream how it works, but we just have gotten kind of unlucky and haven't seen it yet. So that's kind of what we're semi-jokingly, but also trying to play for, so I can show off how awesome the gameplay is when you can actually pull it off. But the fact that we haven't seen it yet is one of the downsides, is that it's basically a random card you need to find. But it is a 1-card combo in a way. You don't need another card to do it. All right, free sweet candy. None of these are great. We'll do What Big Teeth on our Lance a little, which means we're close to getting this. Pan Shadow would get this up to a 7, but that's not enough. Gumdrop would get this up to an 8. Is it worth going down a card to get Little Lance on turn 3? It might be. I'm gonna take the risk and do it. It's kind of you're probably like, what are you talking about? There's no way that's a good trade-off, but I think I'm a believer in the Little Lance. I think it is very strong, so I will make those sacrifices. Little Lance, of course, says every fight give all your slots +1 attack, which is fantastic. All right, I'm going to take Ugly Duckling here, which is great, because that is going to give me a chance of getting a bonus rare. So one of the things you want to do with this, actually, I'm going to take Karma Chameleon also. One of the things you want to do when you're playing the Butcher is if you can get early rares. So if you don't take early rares, you're basically capped at 2 per turn. But if you can get early rares like a Karma Chameleon hunting, or an Ugly Duckling surviving, or an egg on turn 1, you can get some rares before turn 5, and then that's how you kind of go off early, which is nice. Now this Karma Chameleon's not going to hunt, but that's okay. Yeah, maybe hit Mecha Man. Oh, almost. Duckling will, though. That's nice. Alright, not the best thing. Kind of a whammy, but it's a rare for our board, so it's fine. And we didn't lose a heart. Nice. Alright, Gumdrop. Give a character +3/+3. Probably Karma Chameleon. Okay, so now we don't see the Butcher, unfortunately, but let's take a rare and let's go with this. Alright, this is nice. So this gives us... We have an option for rare. We also have a free shop and a candy spell. And if this is Cinnamon Roll, that gives us a bonus shop, which would be amazing. Not Cinnamon Roll, but that's okay. Not a big deal. I feel like I've said that's okay a lot. I'm not meaning to. I talked about this earlier. This is interesting too. So you have rares in the shop here, which you want, but they're not the Butcher. So I actually normally when I'm playing this deck, what I'll normally do is actually I'll bank this to just try to get a reroll in the shop to give me a higher chance to hit Butcher. Although that might be better than Lance a little. Didn't get it. That's okay. See, I said it again. It might be time to get rid of this Pix. Pix isn't amazing here, but we'll go nameless one. Put nameless one here. Can we get Karma Chameleon a hunt? We can. We'll see what rare that turns into. Or it might be epic now. Oh, it might be epic now. Never mind. Yeah, it is. That's okay. Now you got to keep a counter of how many times I say it. We'll take Blackjack here. So now that we've gotten 4 of the 5 rares, we actually don't need to take up a lot of rares anymore. We can if we want, but we don't have to because the Butcher will be our 5th rare. So really, you just got to get the 4. That. I'll bank this. Nothing great here. I might just Gumdrop on like Blackjack. Go something like this. See if we can get sneak some common treasures. There you go. No. Yeah, here we go. Lesser Mimic. All right. Lesser Mimic works. Oh, ha. Now, if our next treasure is Butcher's Cleaver, we get 2 copies of it, which means instead of giving basically essentially +60, we actually get like +100 to the shop. So it's going to be harder now that our shop is epic. You really want to do it before turn 7 because now it's going to be a lot harder to find rares. But if we did, that would be awesome. That's pretty good. Our stuff actually doesn't share a lot of types, though. We have 2 dragons. Lemonhead is okay. Lemonhead's probably better than Nameless One. It's better than Cherry Topples for sure. We're going to replace this and then find Butcher and be down a rare. Oh, nice. Sweet Butcher's Cleaver is good. Although, I've had it where the sweetness, like, once you're getting plus massive to the shop, like, the extra sweetness doesn't really matter that much, but yeah. This is interesting because this is our last shop, so I do want a bonus shop. This also gives us 2 candy spells, though, which is pretty strong and could include Cinnamon Roll. So, I think we're going to do that, even though if I'm trying to increase chances, I probably take this, but this is just better. The next character is Candy. Didn't get a free shop, but that's okay. And this is going to be, this is going to double. Yeah, it's going to be a double common candy treasure. When you summon a character, give it 26/16. We don't have any summons, but that's pretty strong. The next 3 characters you recruit have +12/+9. That's pretty strong. Or just all my characters have +16/+20. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. Flyer card. Whenever you discover an uncommon or higher, also find a common. That's pretty good. Of course, Blackjack got hit by that. The one thing it couldn't survive against. It's alright. No worries. I don't love any of these. Do we want Oh Fudge? Give a slot +9/+9. Sweeten your candy. Sure. Oh, I still have this floating. I forgot about that. That's pretty good. So making a 10 million Fireflies candy really helps your Fae. Now, I don't have a ton of Fae, but that is a very powerful ability. Put that over White Whale. Yeah, Pan Shadow is also very powerful as well. Maybe I should have even done that, but this is pretty good. Both of those were great options for sure. Give a character. Which character would I want to stick around? Probably the Fireflies or the Blackjack. Go Fireflies. Keep that around for a while. I mean, this like seems innocuous, but it gives all my Fae 13/13. Sure. Get a full Fae board going. I mean, these all suck, but I didn't even see where we're at in the lobby. I probably should have. Oh, baby Jabberwocky. Oh, I'll take it. Okay. This is an interesting... Yeah, this is a really interesting shop. So Shipshape gives us a rare and a common, which is very good. Oberon is great and also procs this. Licorice is just great. I mean, all of these are good. I want every one of these. I'm a little caught between Faye and Candy here. I mean, this giving all of my Candy characters plus 22 is so strong. None of these are Candy, but this is pretty good. This here. Yeah, I get I'm stuck kind of between two comps here. Oh, Licorice is not going to hunt, though. It's okay. We're still going to get there easily, but... So how do we turn this into a pretty good comp into a great comp? This is not going to do anything. Jellyton could do it. Jellyton could do it. We need Licorice to... Oh, man, the game's almost over. Man. Licorice is not going to hunt either time, though. But I don't think it's going to matter. Well, maybe it will. We're not actually that big. No, I'll be all right. Okay. Well, we won. We got Friendly Spirit. Cool, 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 cool. Let's go again. Is it intended that you can still discover fortifications even though you already have 2 candy forts happening the other day? It kind of depends on the situation. I think generally no, but we've also been playing with that a little bit, so maybe. Well, here's the deal. Do we have Butcher here? We do. Here's the deal. I think normally I would play Candyman here. I think it's the best captain out of these 3. But we promised that this was going to be a Butcher stream. And we have not seen Butcher yet. We haven't even seen Butcher in a shop yet. So which of these 2 is better? Queen Harpolia, if I build the Butcher deck the way I want to build it, we should be getting lots of treasures. So we're going to go with this. So this deck is all wrong. All wrong. Butcher, Volo, Icewing, Mimic, Sunfair Glider. We're going to start with that. Okay, we'll play Oracle of Fortunes on the top end if we need. Lance a Little, Miseria. All right, now we've got the start of a deck. We've got most of the pieces. Now we have 4 left. Aladdin is fine on this captain. I guess we could play Wormtongue as potentially a way to find Butcher, since we haven't been able to find it at all, so maybe somebody getting a villain would help us. Play Cherry Topples, and Sour Patch Kid or Apple Tree. I mean, if we're buffing the shop, Apple Tree might be good. All right, come on. We got it this game. We got it. All right, Puck for the Lancelot. Man, it's like I'm calling my shots. Love it. Love to see it. Aladdin for a treasure. We'll go Puss in Boots, and we'll put Puss in Boots here to try to get a slot buff. Get Lancelot a little closer. That puts Lancelot at 6. We're going to take Karma Chameleon actually here. Put that. It's too late for you. Gumdrop is nice, but it's not going to quite get us there on Lancelot, but could also Little Red. Let's Little Red here. How about this? Karma Chameleon is going to attack and hunt, which is going to transform, which is going to trigger Little Red. So we got to put Little Red here. We got to put Little Red in the back. Attack, transform, Little Red triggers, get our treasure. Also took full heart damage, though. Ouch. Character shop have 4/4. Spells, no. Hunt characters have +7 attack. Characters have +4/+4 in the show. Jill Sunshine. We'll just silver this. Sure. Silvering is great. Peter Pan. Well, we got one of our early rares, so that's a good start. And now we're going to get Little Lance, which is good. We're working our way. So we can't get a turn 5 Butcher, but we can get a turn 6 Butcher. Little Lance. Let's go with Blackjack. And Two-Headed Wizard. Maybe we get like a Lost in the Woods or a Cinnamon Roll next turn. That would be cool. Common Treasure. Nice, nice. All right, we crushed that one. That's pretty nice. Come on. Ready, Butcher. Oh, I did call Lost in the Woods, though. We'll take that. That'll net us +1 shop. More chances at it. Okay. Wormtongue, you're a terrible card. But, we put you in the deck. Reluctantly, we put you in the deck for one reason. Okay? One reason, and that was because Butcher is a villain. So you got one job to do. So everybody, we gotta knock the top of the deck. Give it a little massage. Do your magic trick. Here we go. Bam! I don't want to hear any of that. None of that. You watch it. They're not even any rares. There's not even any rares in the shop. Wormtongue, you failed miserably. Or fantastic. You failed fantastically. I don't know. Okay. Katamari. I'm not doing the best job selling this. I'm not. Everyone is gonna come away from this saying like, man, Parney tried to play that Butcher card and it was terrible. We never saw the card. Abracadabra. No free shops. Over the rainbow. Sunfair Glider is fantastic, though. I mean, we have not seen it in a shop, right? I don't think we've seen it in a shop all game long, because I would have snap taken it. We have not seen it in a shop. Hey! Late to the party. Late to the party, but we do have 2 hearts. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've been waiting all dev stream for. We have 4 rares on the board. The Butcher says, quest, have 5 rare characters on your board. Treasure find, Butcher's Cleaver. Epic and legendary characters no longer show up in your shop. Bronze have 20/20. Silvers and gold both get 40/40. Here we go. Booyah. Get it? Let's go. Now look at our shop. Okay. No, it is not bugged anymore, Bam. You actually get 2 real ones. Okay, Volo is fantastic. Maverick and Icewing fantastic. And look at this. Now the smallest thing in our shop is, you know, a 38/38 or 50/50. I think Volo is better than Maverick and Icewing here, but it is close. Both of these are really good for this deck, but we're going to take Volo. And the cool thing too is you don't have to keep Butcher around. I mean, it's pretty good, but you don't have to keep it there anymore. You already did its quest. So you can get rid of this now. But now look, this is like the smallest every character is going to be. The smallest we're going to see is like 40/40s. Okay, let's go. Silver Puss in Boots, 69/64. Sure, why not? Let's get another one. Mimic, You can also, some people like playing you can TLK into higher things because, like, you can't see epics anymore. So, like, TLKing into one of these will give you an epic. But, like, I don't even think you need to do that. Just like, all right, Mimic is now a 60-60. Volo is now a 100-100. Miseria, we're not going to lose is the problem. So, correct. Bam, correct. Miseria is never going to trigger because we're never going to lose. So that doesn't do anything for us. So I guess we're just going to... We'll bank it, though, because Volo is going to give us a random uncommon. Awesome. So now, turn 9, and we have... I mean, our board is great, obviously. We already have 100-100. But the thing is, like, it never gets smaller. Now we're just going to win. We're just going to roll. And you roll fast, too. You don't give opponents... You like, full hard opponents every time, so you don't give them a chance to, like, catch up. You may meet in a bakery. You could meet in a bakery. That'd be pretty good. We'd probably do that just in case we hit a silver. Like that. All right, let's replace our 35 with another 100-100. All right, how about we get another 100-100? Sure, put it here. Whenever you have an epic treasure... do we have the common makes epics? No, we don't, right? We'll get it anyway, but... We also have a mimic here. I keep forgetting we have a mimic, but, like, we also could look for ranged and treasure hoard and stuff. Okay, Miseria, let's get 134 plus get another trigger off of Volo. Get another random uncommon. And another shop. Peter Pan, sure, you can go. Volo, 200-200, sure. And now every time we take a quest character, we get 2 random characters at rarity. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Oh, don't worry about our... Turn 9 board with 200-200s on it. Although their bunion is funny that it's as big as our stuff. Full heart damage. Two-headed wizard? Sure. Blackjack? Why not? Miseria? Sure. We're not going to die, but I'll take a 250-250. Why not? All of these are smaller than everything on our board, but it does help us get silvers, so we'll just take that. What can we move around here? Blackjack here, put our 250s and our 200s in the front against their 80-80s. Although they do have Ball Bunyan, and then they scammed us too, but it's not going to be enough. It'll be fine. Full heart damage. Full heart damage. Okay, so what did we learn from this? Did we win with less than 3 characters in a single fight after we found Butcher? Can retire. Retire from the game. Okay, that's all I wanted to show. That's all I wanted to show. It only took 3 hours, but that's all I wanted to show to the game. I lost a light here. Hold on a second. 1 second. Lost a light. I'll be right back. Okay. So, thanks. I mean, we're going to keep going. We're going to go for another, like, 15 minutes. But we don't have to force Butcher anymore. We just had to do it once to show you why I was so excited about doing that. Best card in the set. I just went and did a quick fix for that. Best card in the set. Have 5 rare characters on your board. Find Butcher's Cleaver. I didn't unplug my... No, I didn't. My camera's working. By the way, do you like these pop-up banners? Good job, Zach, on putting these together. We got Charlie Potts here. Chubby Bunny over here. The Butcher's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, this card's great. The deck that I would like to run if I could, we got 12 cards. I would run Lance a little. I would run Ace of Hearts because one of the risks with the Butcher is if you're playing in a competitive lobby, you can die too soon. So I would play Ace of Hearts. Similarly, I would play Miseria. So I'd play those 3. I think those are the only 3 non-rares I would play. I would play Lance a little, I would play Ace of Hearts, and I would play Miseria. Then you have 9, basically, then you have 9 rares. The Butcher's obviously one of them. So then you have 8 more rares. And then you can kind of pick and choose, like, what do you want your rare package to look like? So if I had 8 more rares that I would fill that deck with, I would say Blackjack, Combustible Dragon, Fairy Dragon, Maverick and Icewing, Mechanical Dragon, Mimic, Sunfair Glider, Volo. And then there you kind of have one more slot after that if you want. What you want your 12th, your last rare to be. You can run candy cards with it. It's not bad. As we saw, Cherry Topples can get you some rerolls. Frosting Dragon's pretty good at doing your candy stuff. Sweetening your candy every time you find a Dragon's Claw. But the problem is it does add a lot of candy spells to your deck. And you don't really want spells. This is not really a spells deck if you want to do that deck. So you kind of don't want to run a lot of candy stuff. I think it's fine if you do. But I would probably run... I mean, you could run a Worm Tongue if you wanted to. You could run a... You could run a Gulliver if you wanted to, just to help like stabilize. Just a random 15/15 if you need it. Yeah, that's how I would run it. All right, let's play one more game, and let's make it not Butcher. Can't go Butcher. Okay, Double Dealer. Let's do that. What candy card? We got some candy cards here. No, we did it. We crossed it off. We won. We finished. There's nothing else to prove with Butcher. We showed everybody just how busted it was. And now we don't need to do it anymore. Alright. Double Dealer says... Double the first recruit ability each turn. So notably, after you do it once, you don't get it again. So we're looking for recruit cards that we want. We also can get some from Candy here too. I'm going to play Ace of Hearts though, because if we do lose one and then we get to double this, that can like completely change the tides of the game. So we're going to do that. I also like Chaos because getting a recruit and casting 2 spells, very powerful. Same with Cherry Topples. These 3 are great things to get doubled up. Random spell, get a bonus shot. Fantastic things to double up. Okay, we gotta find some other recruits here. Pisces, not bad. Buffs from Fae give +6/+6. I don't necessarily want to go Fae, but it might just be strong enough on its own. Maybe. I don't know. Daedalus, sure. Big slot buffs. Why not? Weirdbeard, get treasures? Maybe. We're not really going to go pirates is the only problem, but it might be good enough to just get some random ones. I think these are a little bit of a trap, personally. Maybe they help you in the early game, just giving something +2/+2. Maybe we'll run them just to see how they play out, but I don't really want to put more of these type effects in my deck, but that's okay. We'll see. Cast 3 spells. If we get Chaos and Cherry Topples, that'll be pretty easy. I don't love Magical Piping Bag, though, so I'm not sure I want that. I definitely don't want to play Glory Seeker, double up my next shop as all heroes. I don't want to do that. When you find a treasure, becomes candy. Quest, recruit 3 candy characters. We could. We're going to be recruiting things. I don't have a ton of candy characters, but I got 6 more slots in the deck, so maybe we do. Maybe we go here. Maybe we go here. I do love Sunfair Glider. Trigger 3 recruit abilities. Sure. Although this payoff is a spell-based payoff, which... Sure. Candy. Do you want to play another candy card over any of these? Over, like, the Pisces? Get rid of the Pisces, play Gummy Worm. Treasures you find become candy. Pirate Prince. Let's go with this. Probably not the most optimal deck, but it's fine. Hey, this is a pretty good thing to double. Let's go. I don't want to take that, though, because I want to save that. Partially because I want to save it for a silver when I can get better shops with it, but also because if I see it again, then I can double that recruit again. So we'll go with this. Good decision, Parney. How did you get so smart? None of these have a recruit. I'd be happy with either one of these. Jack in the Box on a +4 slot buff is pretty strong, but this gives us a tick on this, so it's fine. Not great recruit, but I'll take a double recruit whenever we can get it, so +2 health to the board? Sure. Why not? Doesn't matter what we do here. And we'll take the victory. Alright. When you find a treasure becomes character, quest, recruit 3 candy characters. That's pretty good. We could get the silver here, but I actually like setting up in the early turns. This is pretty good. Now, the only downside of that was that this was a decent one to recruit to double up, and you know there's no guarantee you're going to get a recruit in the second shop, so maybe doing it then when you can silver is maybe an argument for doing that, but it's alright. We didn't get punished too bad because Peter Pan with doubling the Fey buff is fine. So we'll go here. Now, do we want to move this up to here? Probably. Probably this way. You got to recruit 3 candy characters to get an uncommon treasure. Which we can do. Shouldn't be too bad. We really want, like, cherry topples here. No. Okay. This is interesting. How much do we care about a common treasure? Because this is a common treasure, and it ticks both of these. It doesn't give us our recruit, but it does trigger this, and it ticks down this, which is nice, because it is candy. But this is a good thing to double. I think we'll do this, though. It's strong enough. Rather than get a twin shot. How do we feel on board? Do we feel strong enough on board, or should we take twin shot? Because I could save this up for this uncommon, but kind of is a riskier play. So we'll do that. Oh, we still have our double recruit, though. Fantastic. Double chaos. All day, baby. All day. Double chaos, 2 spells. That's a bonus character. That's a Navi. That's another spell. Who do we want to give it to? One of these two. Probably this one. That was a pretty good turn. Take it. We still might lose because our opponent has some good stuff going on, but it was a really good turn for us. So. Yeah, cracked a heart. Not a big deal. Okay. Do we want to use our recruit on the Rose? There's no guarantee our second shop is going to have a recruit. There's no candy in here. So I guess we just do it. Get a free shop. We'll use up our recruit, but that's okay. This is candy, which is great. None of these are candy characters. I don't think we want to randomly TLK something into a random rare. I'm guessing that's wrong. Not with big stuff in the shop here. Which of these is better right now? Probably this one. This is also a pirate. Cinnamon roll? Don't mind if I do. Pumpkin spice latte? Don't mind if I do. That's like a perfect trick to Starbucks. Get your pumpkin spice latte and eat a cinnamon roll. Oh, so good. Now, a little bit awkward here. Cherry topples, we already used up our double, which would have been perfect with this. But it's fine. We're still going to trigger this, get 2 copies of this uncommon treasure. Ooh. Ooh. This is so frustrating. This would be great. I mean, it's actually an interesting decision. I don't think it's that obvious. I think this is fantastic. Giving your first character Hunt, give my slot +6/+6, and that's candy, so that increases and it's doubled. That's really, really good. Double drafty window on Double Dealer is also really good, but we're kind of wasting the sweetness. I think we got to get this. But it's an interesting question. It is quite interesting. This is going to get +3/+5. It's going to tax an 11. That attacks is 13. I don't think it matters. That's a Hunt. Now this slot buff is huge. We can now get rid of the pretty Patissier if we would like. Chaos. 2 free spells. Don't mind if I do. Cinnamon roll. Perfect. Sugar and spice. Let's go. I mean, should we just fudge at this point? Keep getting this sweetness up? None of these are that great. I mean, Anne Bunny's probably the best. But I don't think Anne Bunny is Hunt to +6/+6. This is attack +5/+7. So these are basically the same card right now, except this just gets the bonus on attack and this gets it on Hunt. Rose. We're going to miss that, but it's still good enough. Alright. We can probably get rid of this Pix at some point here soon. Also doesn't need to be there. Sugar Plum Fairy? Yeah, that's a candy. Also missed our double recruit, but that's okay. Not a big deal. We already got the Chaos double recruit, which is what we wanted. Okay, so how do we're in a good stabilization in the early game. So now the question is, it's time to transition into the late game. How do we take this great start that we have? By the way, this is a 63-59 slot buff on it. Give me double, please. I don't know which one of these goes off first, but we could Candy Kiss. I don't think we want a Candy Kiss, but we could. This is going to trigger on the treasure. I don't know which one is going to trigger first between Sugar Plum Fairy and the Shoemaker's Elves. I'm not sure that's even that great of a play for us. We might not want to trigger that. Although if it is this, that's a pretty good buff to the shop. Plus 12, plus 16 if it's that one. It's a pretty good buff to the shop. I don't know which one went off, but that's okay. Pixie Powder, give a character plus 12, plus 12, sweeten your candy. Do we want to just keep this guy? I think we do. Mockingbird's not bad either, but for now we can do this. Although this having a summon in it, like a goodie bag or something, might be the way to transition into something awesome. Because a good slot buff is really good. Dip in chocolate. Next character. Yeah, let's do that. Next character. Do we want this to be candy? It's okay. Do we want this to be candy? It's okay. Do we want this to be candy? No. Let's reroll. Do you want this to be candy? No. Do you want this to be candy? Meh. I mean, it's not bad. This is interesting. You could put this in slot 1. Hunt plus 9. Which is gonna hunt. Put some sort of cool farewell behind it. Or do we just buff our first slot by 18 and get a free shop? I mean, this is cute, but this just seems safer, right? That's just a more responsible play. Trigger 3 recruit abilities. I don't know if we want this Teensy Spellbook. Although, if we do and we get this, even just one double hit is nuts with that. And that's a recruit ability. And this also hits with that. So, if we find any Fae in the next shop, we hit this. Goodie bag is going to be amazing for this game. None of these are Fae, but we can just cycle this. This is a recruit. Boom. Recruit. Slot buffs. Slot buffs. Get Teensy Spellbook. Now give me a double. Teensy Spellbook, if you haven't seen it, says spells you haven't cast yet this game, cast twice. Wonderful. I'm going to put this here, which doubles the slot buffs in front of me, so that's a 300. Eureka! 2 copies of Eureka does give us 2 more shops. Cherry Topples also probably gives us a good value, but let's just Eureka. Boom, boom. Bonus shops. Twinkle, twinkle. I mean, it's better than everything else there. Why not? We don't want to do Shrink Tea. Let's do this. Let's put Conan here. Let's take a turn off from Katamari so that we can get a free legendary treasure on the first hit. Yes. Boom. Legendary. Heroes and villains have a hunt. Give your character +5/+5. Not bad. Each fight, they become the highest of the 2. Doesn't really help us here. All your slots have +15/+15. I mean, let's just do this one. Alright, not as dramatic as finding the Butcher last game. But, this is pretty good. 360, 344. We did pass on Goodie Bag to do it, though. 3,264, 3,120. Don't mind if I do. Do we have any recruits here? That doesn't really count. That's a pretty decent size buff. But that's okay, because we have a 3,000 now. So, you know. That was a fantastic find. Good thing we planned that. See, that is like planning ahead right there. Did you see how much we planned ahead? From the second turn of the game, we said we're going to take Sweet Tiger's Paw, or third turn, whatever. We're going to take Sweet Tiger's Paw because it's going to increase, it's going to double up, and it's going to increase the slot buffs on slot 1 with Katamari. We're going to build up that. Then, as soon as we saw Weensy, we said if we take Teensy Spellbook, we can find a double and then double that. And then we're going to find one and cast it in slot 1, and it's going to be insane. I mean, you couldn't have scripted it. Couldn't have scripted it any better. Full hearts. 3 hearts. Crushed it. That was a pretty fun game. No enemy spoils. Sorry. Or no victory loot. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that was super fun. Thank you all for hanging out. I am going to go take a break now, but that was a super fun dev stream. We got to see a sweet ending one. That one was great to finish with. And then we also got to see a Butcher game. Tried to force it a couple times, couldn't find it, but we did successfully get one Butcher game at the end, and it was fantastic. So hope everybody learned something today. Hope everybody had a good time. Please check out Candylar. If you have any questions, let me know. We are in the Discord. We are on Reddit. We are on Twitter. We are all over the place. Please let us know. If you have any feedback, anything you love, anything you're confused about, let us know. We have all the free captains available that you can play with. We have 8 free captains available. There are also some things available in the store. If you want to play with Sweet Tooth, that's on the Battle Pass. And then, of course, if you want to play with any of the new captains, you can get those in the store as well. Candy Pandy, Beanstalk, and Goatee. And then we got some sweet skins, too. So thank you all for your support. We really appreciate it. Please go out, jam Candylar, and leave us a review on the App Store or Steam. Helps more people find the game. It's actually a really, really important way to help us grow. If you like the game and you want to see more of it, and you want us to make more sets, and you want to see more people playing, please leave us a positive review so more people can find the game and we can get promoted by the App Stores more. So appreciate everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Is there anybody live that we should raid before we head out? I'm guessing there has to be somebody. Alright, let's see who is playing Galaxy right now. Who's playing Galaxy? We're going to get Tretherio, Tretherio. Go give them some love. It looks like they're playing with some of the new captains, having a good time. So let's do a nice raid for Tretherio. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Hope you enjoy Candylar, and we will see you next Tuesday for another dev stream. Take care, everybody.